Yes, you read the title right. I have changed 3 jobs since 2023 and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Changing jobs is so tiring. It drained me to the point of giving up. I was constantly miserable and anxious. The process itself was overwhelming. The effort, the time taken to go through job searching process was mentally draining. You probably wonder, why did I jump so much? Is this even a good practice if you are still stuck in the same job since you first started after college, or you have been stagnant for quite long, or you have a few years of experience already and you have the idea to open for better opportunities? This video might be for you. But this video might not be for everyone. Disclaimer, I am not recommending anything in this video. This is merely my experience. If you need further career advice, seek professional help for further clarification. Hi, welcome to my channel where I share my stories, personal experience, hobbies, and things that brings me peace and joy. First question, what is my main agenda? What was my thought process? Right after I graduated from university, I straight away started as a trainee in a bank and subsequently became an executive in a well-known financial company. If you started your career in a big corporation, you have this benchmark of minimum salary and benefits that medium-sized or smaller companies will unable to offer you the same. And mind you, to get into the bank or top companies are extremely hard. I myself had to go through a few assessments, group interviews, assignments, you name it. If the salary was great and the benefit was everything I could ask for, why leave? I didn't like what I did. I did not like and enjoy what I was doing. I don't feel the satisfaction. The environment wasn't for me. So I decided to leave the company and explore other fields. I was even counting down the days until my last day at work. That was how dreading the job was to me. You know, you can't tell when someone was built or was born for the corporate world. They are eager. They are real goal-getters, midnight oil burners. They surely live for their job. I've seen my bosses working on the weekends, still replying emails at 2 a.m. Those were hardcore, but it seemed normal to them. What even amazed me was that my ex-boss, no matter how busy she was always presentable. She went to her Pilates classes, wears makeup every day, new manicure every week, and new hairstyles every other day. She was such an inspiration, and I know for sure that's not me. I'm just a simple person who enjoys small and mundane things in life. I enjoy slow living. I don't have good fashion sense. I don't make fashion statements. I repeat the same clothes and I wear the same makeup look every single day. So yeah, that time I did not see the purpose of my job. So this is my life. I'm gonna be unemployed in a few days. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Just documenting my future unemployed life. Hence, I decided to resign and explore other jobs in different industry. Like I said, the bank salary even for fresh graduates are above market average, so it was quite hard for me to reach my last drawn salary. The next job offered me about 48% pay cut compared to my previous job. Honestly, that time I felt like salary wasn't my main concern because that was a completely different industry and I got to learn so much from it. However, the salary was low, but the job itself was way more demanding. I learned the hard way that smaller companies will even squeeze you more because they are understaffed and they will utilize you to the max they can. Compared to bigger companies, they can afford more employees, which they can be specialized into smaller units, meaning their job scopes are smaller, there's certain things to do and focus on. So, please bear in mind that my decision to leave big corporate company to be more chill, despite having lower salary hypothesis, was wrong for most cases. Next, after 3 months, I jumped to a non-profit organization which offered me 17% salary increase. The job paid me well, despite lower workload and more relaxed nature. However, since it was a non-profit organization, the job was not very secure and the opportunity for growth was quite limited. Sadly, I was very underappreciated here, which strengthened my decision to leave. The boss did not see my effort at all despite giving my unwavering commitment to the organization. They decided to extend my probation period. I couldn't even take any leave they will cut the pay when I take leave within my probation period. So all I want to say is racism and dishonesty will bring you nowhere. Then I established my 3 months paycheck before I got offered for 15% salary increase from that job. I stayed here for 6 months. Honestly, this was one of the most memorable jobs I've ever had. The environment was different. The job nature itself was very different from my previous jobs. I got to work with someone who is very reputable, professional, and big in the industry. One of the best leaders I've ever met. I was not very happy that I had to do overtime every single day. Here's the video I recorded when I had to go outstation, and it shows that this was not convenient for me at all. Guys, I'm contemplating whether to find another job, or am I the weak one here, or like I cannot stand the culture of, getting back at way more than the office hour that I'm supposed to go back at. An update, next week will be my last week working in my current company. So here's the important part. If you leave a company, make sure you leave good remarks with the company that you are leaving, because you must not forget the importance of having connections at every workplace you've been. Even if you meet people outside of your workplace, be nice, even to strangers, because you will never know the doors of opportunities that will be opened for you. Lucky for me, or was it destiny, my former colleague reached out to me about the vacancy at her office. I went for an interview and bam, I got the job. In my latest company, I am able to match the salary that I had back in the big corporation before, which was around 37.5% in increase in salary. Everything great that happened was a blessing from God. But please remember, salary is not the only thing that you must consider. You need to consider the benefits, the distance, the cost to commute, the job itself, the job description, working hours, the environment, everything. There are a lot of things you need to consider before you accept any job. Are you considered as a betrayer if you leave your company? My now former boss arranged our final lunch session together. He said that he would not ask me to stay because I was the one who made that decision. He advised me to become a person who honors her words. If he meant that I did not honor my words when I told him I can during my interview, he was dead wrong. I did all my best in my job, and for him to say salary should not be the main concern when you work. But we do work for money, right? I'm not asking people to demand more than they are worth, but to be compensated fairly. Since the opportunity that came was better, why should I deny it? I want growth. I wish to grow in my career. Being in my 20s, of course I want to slowly build up my salary skill, reputation, and skill. I don't want to be like my dad. He worked at the same company for almost 30 years and his salary, I could say, was stagnant. Loyalty does not mean your employer will value you. If you notice, older generations hate job hopping. Like if I tell them I'm changing jobs again, they will definitely give me the side eye. They have a stigma around it, and that's fine. I'm doing it for my own self. So yes, monetary compensation and benefits are important in your career journey. Just don't think that you will betray your company if you leave, because, take my word, the day I tendered my resignation, on that same day, the HR posted the job vacancy. You are always and always be replaceable. Even if you're dead, they're gonna have your replacement the next day and move on. So why be so dramatic on this issue? Well, now you know. Some people are genuinely in love with their job and what they do. I think it is a privilege if you are able to find something you're very passionate about and you don't care if you need to work for the cause for the rest of your life. When we're passionate about something, we will surely contribute to 100% of our efforts without much complaint because you love what you do. And mostly these people don't really care about the amount they were compensated, and that's okay. So, why should you think about in your career? These are some questions that you need to ask yourself before you decide to move on or to stay in your current organization. First one, are you compensated fairly according to market rate? Do some research. Compare similar job positions as yours and see the average market salary. What is your current growth like? Do you have salary increments? What about performance bonus? How is your superior or team treating you? Did they give you enough credit? Did they dismiss your work? Do you enjoy working at your company? How is your mental health state like? My take, any amount of money cannot compensate my mental health. Prioritize your mental health. You might want to ask me, do you need to love your job? Mind you, it is completely okay to not love your job. I mean, even the best bosses might not love their job. I believe that if we are good at what we do, somehow we will grow to like it. And another thing, if you're not in the best environment, you felt like you are alienated or you're on your boss's bad side, trust this, there will be a place where you will be the gem. Somehow, someone out there will see your potential. If not now, the time will come. I've seen people not performing well in one place, but when he moved to a different company, he became the top employee. That's amazing, right? Do not waste your time working for a company who cannot even see your worth and potential. Another disclaimer, finding a job is definitely not easy. Never resign without backups. As long as you're working, save a lot, be frugal, focus on building your emergency funds. Job market is highly unpredictable and saturated. So please upskill and find your passion that may help increase your potential and your chances to get new jobs. So I want to highlight this as well. Never discriminate people based on their jobs, titles, or salary levels. Do not define yourself based on your job. Whatever you do, never judge what other people do to earn their living. Be kind to everyone. We are all humans. Never see other people lower than you just because they don't fit in your social status. Always be humble and be kind. If this video resonates with you, feel free to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Love, Dana.